the engine went out on it. So I got another car. I have a Jeep. What's his name? Saw it.
Adon?
Yeah, Adon saw it.
Dr. Donnie Diamonds?
Yeah, Dr. Donnie Diamond, exactly. And then I saw who? Oh no, his wife Katie. Yeah, they saw it. But then what happened was the engine. He fixed the engine and something he didn't do right. So now the car is still in the shop and he still ain't fixed it. So what I have to do is, I think I'm going to do it in September next month. I have to go down because they have the courthouse at 1050 Old Mission Road. I found out, I went down there and they don't have the small claims here anymore.
Oh no?
No, they moved it. They moved it to Redwood City Hall. So I have to go to City Hall to see them now to get my $1,400. I give them $1,400.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got to sue them to get my money back now.
Yeah, so that costs what, $50 to do or something like that?
Yeah, like $50. It's $50 the first time. $40 for for filing the claim, and then it's like $10 United States Postal because I can't serve them myself.
That's how they get you.
Exactly. And then what happened? So I paid the court all of that, and then they serve him, let him know he's being sued, and then the judge would give him so long to pay me. So if he don't pay me in the time according with the judge order to comply, then what happened is I have to file it again, another $50, and then not 50, it's another 40. But this time, the second time when you do it, you can't go through the court, through the through the United Post. That's the one-time thing. And then the second time you do it, you have to go through a process server.
Okay.
So they give you a list of process server, like here in Bay Hill, and then they have like in Bay Hill and maybe in Millbrae too. But you got to find a process server, because I did it before. You got to find a process server that goes to the area, and then once you find out they go to the area to serve them, then they tell you. They say, well, fax it over. They fax it right away. So you write them a check for $55. And then you fax it to them. You got to have somebody with a fax.
Do you fax the checks too?
Yes, you have to. You have to to the process server. You have to fax the check right away. You write it and you do it right then. They want it, and then they get the check, and then once they receive the check, they process it. And then you got to send them the claim, the suit. You have to send them that.
The judgment.
Yeah, the judgment to let them know that, that they have to appear back in court.
Yeah.
So then, when you go to court, what happened is that the other guy didn't show up. So I was showing up because I sued him.
Yeah.
So they say, Rick, just keep proceeding. You're going to win the case. I say, well, I know I'm going to win the case. They say, just show up. I said, that's what I do. That's all you have to do is basically show up.
Yeah.
So the guy showed up the first time, and then the second time he didn't show up. So what the judge asked me, he said, Mr. Jones, can you tell me why Mr. Ali Mohammed didn't show up? I said, well, Your Honor, I can't really speak for him. I'm not responsible for his action, what he do, I say, he should be here explaining. I can't talk for him.
Yeah.
So he should be here like representing himself, telling you why he couldn't, because I can't really say. I don't live with him, I don't know. I don't know. I know he worked. I told him I know he worked in San Francisco. He worked for parking. He's a parking attendant.
Oh, okay.
So then he worked for the government, but I said I don't know, And the judge, I told the judge, I said, well, you need any more documents from me? And he said no. He said no, Mr. He said, I'll tell you what. He said I'll tell you what. I'll just issue a $25 bench warrant for his arrest and have the police to arrest him at his home, because I give him his home address, and to arrest him. And then he said, because the judge said, I just want to settle it, so he can pay you your money back, And then so I say, well, I don't know why he didn't show up, but I showed up.